Today is Thursday, the 28th of January 2021. First up, senior infants, we are going to correct our Over the Moon, page 68. You are doing your UE special friend that makes the U sound. First, you have to ring the pictures that have the U sound. Barbecue, blue, statue. Give these words a tick if you got them correct. Next, you had to trace over all of your U special friends and match them to the correct picture. Fuel, 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 fuel. Ish, you, tish, you, tissue. Ooh, clue. The detective is looking for a clue. Ooh, true. The answer is true. Stat, you, statue. Activity C, you had to look at the picture and figure out the word. Here he's doing arts and crafts and he is using glue. 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 The paint is blue. 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 Here we had ooh or you, ooh, and ooh. And you can color them in. And let's read now together. Tom put on the blue coat. He was due to see Ella at the statue. He did not have a clue where to go. Well done, boys and girls. Today, boys and girls, you are going to be sequencing the story, The Kelly's House Hunt, written by Mary O'Keefe. So I want you to open up your Over the Moon on page 65 and write today's date 27.1. You have to draw illustrations to match the story. You're going to add in some thought and speech bubbles to help explain what happened. First, in the top box, you write the title. The title of the story was The Kellys, and remember Kelly gets a capital K just like Kevin's surname because it's the name of somebody. The Kellys' house, hunt. And all these words get capital letters because title of a book or story gets capital letters. At the beginning, what happened in the Kellys' house hunt? Well, Tom didn't want a new house. So he was sad. You could draw a sad face for Tom. And you could draw a speech bubble here and write, I don't want a house, or I don't want to move. Use your phonics, your sounds, to help you spell, and use your tricky words too. I don't want to move. You could also draw a picture alongside of his sister Meg and Mel being excited to move. Then in the middle of the story, you can draw a picture of what happened and do more speech bubbles to show how the characters are feeling. And then you do the end. Remember to send a photo on your Class Dojo portfolio. So first up, boys and girls in first class, we are going to correct our Better at English page 51. Now I know the page might be a bit blurry, there's not much I can do about it, but you have your book in front of you, so you should be able to read as we go along and listen with your ears to what I'm saying. So, number 1, I have to go to school, T-O. Number 2, I have 2 shoes, T-W-O. Number 3, I got an ice cream too, T-O-O. Number 4, give me 2 apples, that's T-W-O. Number 5, put your pointy finger at number 5, I have to go to town. Both twos are spelt with T-O. T-O. Number 6, my friend goes to school too, because that means the same as well. My friend goes to school as well. That's spelt T-O-O. Number 7, I have to put them on, T-O. Number 8, I have to eat it now, that's T-O. I will give 1 to Pat, that's also T-O. Mom has to go too. So mom has to, that's T-O, and go to, well that's the same as go as well. So the second 2 is spelled T-O-O. Activity B, you had to categorize your food into sets of fruit or vegetables. Just for saving time on the screen, I'm going to be writing F for fruit and V for vegetable. I wanted you to write the words though, because it helps you practice the spelling of these tricky words. Number 1 was potato is a vegetable. 2, apple is a fruit. 3, grape is a fruit. 4, carrot is a vegetable. 5, peas are a vegetable. 6, kiwi is a fruit. 7, lemon is a fruit. 8, broccoli is a vegetable. 9, melon is a fruit. 10, orange is a fruit. And we corrected our spellings on the page yesterday. Well done, boys and girls. And remember, the difference between fruit and vegetables are that fruit have seeds inside them. Well done, boys and girls. Next up, boys and girls, you are doing page 49 in your Better at English today. We went through this yesterday in our Zoom reading session. You have to read the short story Poor Patch and then answer activity A and B. In activity A, you have to answer the questions using the missing words up on top that are in blue. So I'll do the first one with you. 1. Who is Patch? Well, Patch. And remember, capital tall P, because it's the name of our pet. Remember, Patch is a Madra. Tá pata ag Deirdre, tá pata Madra ag. So Patch is a dog. Good. And remember to cross out your words, boys and girls, once you've used them. Then in activity B, you have to read the statement and say is it true or false by ticking or Xing. So Patch is a cat. Well, I already know that's not true. Patch is a dog. So it is false. Then at the bottom, there is an activity C and it shows you the steps to draw a dog. Try your very best, boys and girls. Remember to write today's date, 27.1 for the 27th of January on the top of your page. Well done, boys and girls. Next up, boys and girls, it's time to correct yesterday's spelling, activity D on page 37. So you had to break your slug up into words from your spelling list. So number 1 was fun. F-U-N. B was sum. I did a math sum. S-U-M. C was milk. M-I-L-K. M-I-L-K, milk. D was bun. B-U-N. B-U-N. Bun and fun rhyme. E was mug. M-U-G. M-U-G. A mug is a big cup. And F was like. L-I-K. L-I-K-E. The magic E is turning the I into the long I sound. Next up, your spellings for tonight. M-I-L-K. Milk. What type of a word is milk? Is it a person, place, animal, thing? It's a thing. It's a drink, so colour it yellow, please, for a noun. Next, L-I-K. The magic E is silent and it's turning my short I into the long I sound. L-I-K. I like food. I like toys. I like pets. Like is a doing word. It's a verb, so colour it red, please. And finally, into. Into. To is a tricky word. I've got the word in and to. They come together to make into. I will go into the shop. Into is a preposition. It's telling you the place of something. So colour it green, please. Then you go on to activity E. You have to read the sentence, circle the mistake and write the correct list word. So A, she will mug her son. She will mug her son. Mug doesn't make sentence here. It should be, look at the picture, hug. She will hug her son. Remember to send a photo on your Class Dojo learning portfolio. Next up, boys and girls, we're going to correct your spelling activity from page 61, activity D in your Spellwell. So, letter A, my sister has a flute. And look, the shape of the word and the letters is helping you figure out the word. F-l-u-t. The magic silent E is turning the short into the long U sound. F-l-u-t-e. She cannot play in tune. T-u-n. T-u-n-e. I wish that I could mute her. That means to make her silent. M-U-T-E. Then the opened his birthday present. The Duke, you can see it's a Duke because he's wearing a fancy uniform with tasseled shoulders. Duke, D-U-K-E. Inside huge, H-U-J. The G-E now is making the J sound, H-U-G-E. Inside the huge box was a very cute, cute, C-U-T-E, kitten. Now your spellings tonight: air, A-R, A-I-R. Air is a thing, so it's a noun, color it yellow. From. She is coming from Dublin. Pat had to get the train back from Dublin. From is a preposition, so color it green, please. Next word, mark. Mark. I marked my copy with a red mark. Mark can be two types of words. Pretend to mark your copybook now. It can be a doing word, a verb, so color it half red, please. It can also be a thing, just like this tick right here. It is a mark on the page, so it's a noun as well. Color it yellow, half red and half yellow. And final word, A. We've got our A special friend. I took the long way home. Long is the describing word that describes the noun. Way is a noun, it's a thing, so color it yellow, please. Well done, boys and girls. Today, boys and girls, we are learning line 8, 9 and 10 of our poem. If you watch the video and listen to me and practice the actions with me. Knock at the door and walk right in, for my tiny little house is as shiny as a bright new pin. Let's go again. Knock at the door and walk right in, for my tiny little house is as shiny as a bright new pin. One more time. Knock at the door and walk right in, for my tiny little house is as shiny as a bright new pin. Excellent. And now we're just going to practice the whole poem together, starting with the title. Build a little house. I will build a little house with the chimney tall, a funny sloping roof and a garden wall, 2 big gates that open wide and 2 tiny little windows you can peep inside. I will build a little table big enough for two cozy armchairs, one for me, one for you. Knock at the door and walk right in, for my tiny little house is as shiny as a bright new pin. Practice out loud to somebody in your family, boys and girls. Well done. Today and tomorrow, boys and girls, we will be practicing the co-raw phrase, do you have a pet? An bhfuil pata agat. Féach an video seo, Niamh and Oisín will be talking about the pata de friúla. If you do have a pet, you will answer tá pata agam. If you do not have a pet, you will be answering níl pata agam. Na pataí de friúla are capel, madra, éan, cat, turtar, iasc orga, canine, nather, hamster. So repeat after me. Capel. Repeat. Madra. Repeat. Éan. Repeat. Cat. Repeat. Turtar. Repeat. Iascorga. Repeat. Canine. Repeat. Nather. Repeat. Hamster. Repeat. So, an bhfuil peata agat? Tá peata agam. Tá madra agam. Or níl pata agam, bhá madra. That means I would like. So practice the phrases. Tá pata agam. Tá agam. Repeat. And where the space is, you say the name of the pet you have. Níl pata agam, bhá Repeat. Now, boys and girls, you only have to learn off the phrase that is for you. So if you do have a pet and your pet is a goldfish, all you have to learn is tá pata agam, tá iasc orga agam. But if you do not have a pet and you would like one, you would say níl pata agam, bhá cat. Practice out loud to your mom or dad or whoever's at home, please. Today is your last day, boys and girls, to send in your experiment ready for Friday tomorrow. So remember, senior infants, you do not need to write anything out. I would just like you to explain how you carried out your investigation. Remember to include what the question you're investigating is, your equipment, prediction, safety tip, method, results, and conclusion. First class, you do need to write it out, either by writing it out using the following structure on a page or by completing the worksheet that I uploaded on our portfolio. I've loved the ones that I've seen so far. Well done, boys and girls. Today, boys and girls, in maths, we are going to be looking at 4 triangles on our worksheet. You are going to be investigating if we can split these triangles into half. You're going to try 4 different ways, but only 3 of these ways will actually split the triangle in half. Remember, half is 2 equal parts. So if something is not the same size as the other part, well then it is not a half. So number 1, you've to split the first triangle from top left to bottom right corner. So here I'll draw a line from my bottom right corner to my top left side, and there we go. On my second triangle, I am going to draw a line from my bottom left corner to my top right side. Number 3, I'm going vertically down the middle. So here's my top corner and I'm going down the middle. Remember, use a ruler when you're doing this. Take your time, go nice and slow to make sure your lines are straight. And finally, number 4, go horizontally across the middle. Remember, horizontally means left to right. So here I would think is about the middle, and I'm going horizontally across. Now, have a look, boys and girls. Which of those triangles do you think show half? Remember, 3 do and 1 does not. You color the ones that do show half different colors. So this one does show half, because if I was to fold the sides over one on top of the other, they would both be perfectly equal. And you color your other half a different color. Then first class, you're going to go a step further and use the 3 triangles that show half to show half of the numbers 26, 28 and 30. Remember, 1 for you, 1 for me method. So here 26, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. And then you count one of the halves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I'm going to double check that it's definitely 13, because if it is, this half should also have 13 inside in it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yes, half, remember 1 with the line underneath and 2 underneath that, half of 26 equals 13. Best of luck, boys and girls. Next up, boys and girls, in first class, we're doing our mental maths. So open up your work it out on Thursday, week 17. Write today's date beside week 17, 27.1. Number 1. Plus 7 equals 10. Number 2. Plus 7 equals 7. Number 3. Plus 7 equals 15. Number 4. Plus 7 equals 13. Number 5. Plus 7 equals 9. Number 6. Show half an hour later. The clock on the left shows half past because my long hand is pointing at 6 and my short hand is in between 10 and 11. It hasn't reached 11, so it must be half 10. Show half an hour later. Remember, if your long hand starts at 6 and you're moving it half an hour, it will go all the way and stop at 12. Number 7. 4 equals 7 take what? So just think about it. What do you think take away from 7 to leave you with 4? Number 8. The bee is above or below the flower? Number 9. Are a sphere and a circle the same thing? Yes or no? Number 10. 3 less than 30 is? Number 11. 72 plus 10 equals? Number 12. What year was last year? Number 13. You have 3 wallets. One for Sam, one for Tom, and one for Mary. Look at the coins inside. Answer number 13. Who has the most? Who has the most money? Number 14. Who has the least money? And number 15. How much have Tom and Mary together? Okay, we're going to correct. Number 1, 3 plus 7 equals 10. Number 2, 0 plus 7 equals 7. 3, 8 plus 7 equals 15. 4, 6 plus 7 equals 13. 5, 2 plus 7 equals 9. Half an hour later, well, I started with my long hand at 6, so it moves straight up to 12, and my short hand would have then reached 11, so it's 11 o'clock. 7, take away what leaves me with 4? Well, here's my 7. I know I'm left with 1, 2, 3, 4. So how many must I have taken away? 3. The bee is above the flower. A sphere and a circle are not the same thing. One is a 3D shape that takes up space and the other is a circle which is flat. 10, 3 less than 30 is 27. My T and U will help me here. 72 plus 10. Well, you always start adding with your unit side. 2 plus 0 is 2. 7 plus 1 is 8. 8 tens and 2 units makes 82. Last year it was 2020. A year that will go down in history for many reasons. Number 13, who has the most? Well, Sam has 2 and 5, which is 7 cents. Tom has 5 and 10, which is 15 cents. C for cent. And Mary has 20 plus 10, which is 30 cents. So the answer is Mary. And remember, the names of people get a capital letter at the beginning. So a capital M for Mary. Who has the least? Sam. Capital S for Sam too. And number 15, how much have Tom and Mary together? Tom has 15, Mary has 30. So again, I'll use my T and U here to help me. T, U. Starting with my units, 5 plus 0 is 5. 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 tens and 5 units is 45 cents. Give yourself a score out of 15 and a sad face, fine face, or happy face. Next up, boys and girls, it's time for your SPHE and electrical safety. Today I want you to go to your bathroom and identify a way in which electricity helps make our lives easier in the bathroom, but also one thing we need to be safe of. If you look at the picture here, you can see the radio is plugged in beside the bathtub. This is very dangerous. You should not have any electrical good plugged in near water. Finally, boys and girls, I want you to get ready for our Friday quiz tomorrow. We'll be having our quiz where I ask you 10 quiz questions and you write your answer A, B or C. But I'd also like you to be quiz masters. I want you to make up your own quiz question based on anything you learned during our home learning this month. Along with your question, you need to have 3 possible answers, only one of which is correct. You are then going to ask your classmates this question as part of the quiz on Friday. Please ask your parents, or if you can do it yourself, to type in your question on our Class Dojo portfolio. This is just because sometimes our connection can be a bit poor and it can be a bit difficult to hear people sometimes. So just as a backup, I have the question typed out there and I'll have it up on our PowerPoint, so it's really easy for everybody to see. I'm so looking forward to our quiz and meeting all you quiz masters. Thank you, boys and girls.